This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, has sent condolences to His Majesty the King of Malaysia, Abdul Halim Muazzam Shah, off the back of the missing passengers who are feared dead from the recent Malaysian plane crash. His Highness Sheikh Khalifa extended his profound sorrow to the King of Malaysia and also to the families of the victims. The plane, which took off from Kuala Lumpur, was bound for Beijing and crashed on the Vietnamese coast. The airline had 239 passengers on board, 152 of which were Chinese and 13 of different nationalities. The UAE President also dispatched a similar message to the Chinese President Xi Jinping, expressing his sincere condolences. Meanwhile, the UAE Vice President and Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, as well as His Highness General Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces, also sent similar cables to both the Malaysian King and the President of China. During a private weekend safari with his daughter Al-Jalila bint Mohammed, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, joined a brainstorming session held by a team of Chinese employees under a gaff tree in the desert. His Highness listened to the team's personal experiences living as expats and working in the UAE. He welcomed the team of employees to the country, stating that this generous homeland welcomes visitors with open arms. He added that the UAE strives to nurture creativity, sustain prosperity and happiness for all residents and visitors alike. On his Twitter account, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed then expressed joy over meeting the Chinese employees. His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Zayed Al Maktoum, the chairman of Dubai Silicon Oasis Authority, launched today the Silicon Park, the first integrated smart city project to be built in Silicon Oasis at a cost of 1.1 billion dirhams. Silicon Oasis is the first to build a smart community, spanning an area of 150,000 square metres, which is slated to be completed in Q4 of 2017. The buildings will feature 50% green roofs and 50% solar energy generated from photoelectric panels. His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Zayed Al Maktoum was quoted in a statement as saying that the project is in line with the vision of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, to transform Dubai into the smartest city in the world over the course of the next 3 years. He added that they are confident that the project will offer a modern lifestyle for residents, workers and visitors. The Silicon Park project is made up of 97,000 square metres of office space, 25,000 metres of commercial space, 20,000 square metres of residential area, and a 115-room business hotel, in addition to value-added facilities that suit contemporary living, such as restaurants, cafes, health and fitness centres, as well as running tracks and cycling trails, prayer rooms, a shopping centre and underground parking for more than 2,500 cars. The Road and Transport Authority has awarded a 100 million dirham contract for Al Barsha roads, including internal roads at Al Barsha South 1 and collector roads at Al Barsha South 2. According to a local daily, the board of directors of the RTA, chaired by His Excellency Mata Al Taya, the chairman of the board and executive director of the RTA, recently endorsed the contract, which is a part of Phase 2 of the 5-year plan 2012-2016. Al-Tai was quoted as saying that the move looks to improve the infrastructure of roads, lighting and stormwater drainage in residential areas. He added that the project provides an additional entry to Al Barsha South 1 from Sakim Road and an additional entry to Al Barsha South 2 from Hessa Road and will be constructed over 18 months. The initial phase of the plan, costing around 150 million dirhams, covered constructing roads in 5 districts, including the Hatta community, Al Qusais 3, Al Qus 2, 3 and 4. Pedestrian deaths in the UAE fell 9% last year to 1,209 from 1,328 in 2011. That's according to the Ministry of Interior. The figures were revealed in a local daily, and although the UAE is making progress, the authorities are still warning the community to stay vigilant in regards to their safety. Over in the capital, road fatalities fell from 34 in 2012 to 16 last year, according to Abu Dhabi police, while pedestrian fatalities in the Emirate fell 31% from 2012, and there was a 3% decline in traffic accidents per 100,000 people. Fatalities resulting from road users jumping red lights dropped to 6 last year from 13 in 2012. And the number of fatalities resulting from speeding fell to 14 from 25. Here in Dubai, fatal traffic accidents involving pedestrians were the second biggest cause of deaths, with 40 fatalities and 361 people injured over an 11-month period. That's according to Dubai police statistics. Over in Sharjah, 37 children were killed last year after being run over by cars. There were a total of 223 fatal road accidents in the Emirate last year. Food, fitness and fashion were in focus on Saturday afternoon over in the capital as the Women's 3F show got underway. Around 600 women joined the event on International Women's Day, which was organised by Nutrima Advertising in cooperation with Health and Nutrition magazine and under the patronage of the Abu Dhabi Food Control Authority. A whole host of health, beauty and lifestyle companies took part in the event to showcase their latest products, along with a fashion show. The founder and organiser of the event stated that this year's platform has been a massive success in terms of further encouraging health awareness for women living in the UAE and also to develop their life standards.
At the beginning, when we started those events 10 years back, ladies were not really interested in the health matters. Now we see nowadays that more and more ladies are more listening, they're more aware about their health, and they're more aware about their achievements as well. So this is why we think that it's going better and better. We're having more and more people coming, ladies asking, requesting to come, and especially that the ladies that we are inviting are influent ladies that can give the words from one to another person.
Some of the event's contributors showcased the latest in plastic surgery and even sleep deprivation solutions.
We are pleased to announce that our center offers a variety of plastic surgeries, from hair transplants to facelift, noses, breast augmentation, liposuction, and abdominoplasty. Most of the surgeries can be done under local anesthetic in our facility. Some of the surgery can be done at the hospital. The technology has advanced so much at this time that most of the procedure can very well done in our facility under local anesthesia.
Sleep deprivation is a killer. It can kill people, and if people do not sleep well, it is a big problem. Adults usually should sleep between 7 to 9 hours a day. Children, much more than this. And there are lots of solutions to make it happen for them. So a sleep specialist is the person to contact with. And the solution usually goes from environmental factors up to medications. But people should be, at the end of the day, sleeping well in order to have a nice and important, healthy life.
And finally, looking to other news now, Godolphin trainer Saeed bin Suroor enjoyed a triple victory at the weekend's Super Saturday. Excellent result kicked off a Super Saturday double for bin Suroor and leading Irish jockey Kieran Fallon when they emerged victorious in the Group 3 Dubai City of Gold, a 2,410-metre turf race. It was the second of 3 consecutive wins for bin Suroor, who also teamed up with Fallon to lead Prince Bishop home in the night's penultimate race, the Al Maktoum Challenge. Meanwhile, South African trainer Mike de Kock was in double form, highlighted by the victory of Vercingetorix in the concluding Group 1 Jebel Hatta, over the same 1,800-metre turf course and distance as the Dubai Duty Free in 3 weeks' time. De Kock's charge has won all 6 career starts and hit the front about 200 metres out under Christophe Soumillon, who had to keep his mount up but never looked likely to be caught. Earlier, Shia landed the Group 3 Meydan sprint with Soumillon in the saddle for De Kock. The South African sprinter will now defend his crown in the Group 1 Al Quoz sprint over the same 1,000-metre turf course and distance. The meeting opened with the Group 1 purebred Arabian version of the Al Maktoum Challenge 3 over 2,000 metres on Tapita. Razik, trained by Majid Al-Jahouri for Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed, led in the last strides to land the spoils under Olivier Peslier, denying Verzak PY in the process.